today's session, and it's all about having a golf plan for success, Pete. Pete, can you just share with us what is success look like, say, to you as a golf professional, or what would success look like for just the average person?
Look at to a beginner golfer, just making contact is a starting point, and then getting the ball up in the air, then actually getting a little more control so you can hit the ball the right distance, knowing how far you hit each club. Success is a gradual process. It's not instant. It's a journey, and it's a case of setting mini goals and having goals that are in the right at the right level for you at the stage you're at in your game, so that you can actually just move forward in a nice even manner, not being going down, not going backwards too many steps, but just seeing improvement. I think any sort of improvement is success, and setting the right sort of improvement steps is important. So I know that's what we're going to talk about today.
If we look at this little golfer here, can you see my screen there?
There you are. You've got the golfer up. Light bulbs on.
All right, that would look like success, wouldn't it?
That's right. You got to have a happy face, and be very positive about what's going to be in front of you.
Let's have a look at why is golf a game of intention as opposed to talent, Pete? Definition of intention is something that you want and plan to do, and it's an aim. It's aiming for something. How would you've often said intention is very important. What do you mean? What would you mean by intention for a golfer?
Right. There's a statement that whatever you're doing, the technique that you're using, the mechanics, is very important. But what's more important than the mechanics is your intention to get the benefit, the results. So they say intention is senior to mechanics. So having a purpose and a very big will, the will to do it, that's your intention. So it's nothing more senior than if you come to play golf, that you're there because you want to play, not because someone else has forced you to play. So they say that golf is a bug. There's a kind of you get the golf bug. Well, when you got that bug, you want to flame the fires or fan the flame and keep it strong. So that's why success is important in small amounts, and then a continuous process of succeeding is certainly big in helping your intentions. But sometimes, you get on a plateau or you go a little bit backwards. That's when intention to continue is really a very important aspect to becoming any good at this game.
Yeah, I mean, also sometimes an eagle nest needs a little bit of a push out of the nest to get going, though, doesn't it? We've got to get started somehow.
Correct, but nothing like having a goal and to get better, and or maybe just to get out there in the fresh air and enjoy the game. So let's just continue down the line.
Sometimes talent isn't always a meaning that you're going to have success. Talent might help that, but ultimately, it's the intention and the work ethic that is an important ingredient in success in anything. What would you say about that, Peter?
Yeah, well, I've seen some really good players come along, and they hit a barrier, and they get frustrated, and instead of just pushing through or getting going and seeking some better information or information period that help them, they quit. And sometimes when you get too good too early, you know, if you expect the results to continue, sometimes hitting the plateau is enough to stop you. So it's important that for every little success, you've got to do a bit of work to get to the next level. So if you don't enjoy learning, and if you don't enjoy the practice, or if you don't have a plan, then it's very hard to continue getting better and better. So very important. Laziness is definitely not something you need. Okay. You can't sit in an armchair and learn this game. It's you got to actually get out and do it.
Yeah, so you talked about the plateau, and Plateau is an amazing place, isn't it? So obviously everyone starts at a certain level. So what do you mean by plateau? As far as you know, you talked about the plateau there.
Well, look, what happens is when you get to start playing golf and you get your early goals, you're quite happy you get the ball, one, hit it, and two, you're quite amazed at how far it goes sometimes, and how easy when it gets up in the air, what it feels like. So, but to get better, it's a journey, and sometimes people, when they hit what they think is their handicap's not coming down, or they're not making that solid contact, they're not doing enough good shots, and they're stuck on this plateau where they're not getting any better. A lot of people think, oh, you know, that's I'm not improving, so therefore I'm not successful. So this game's, you know, it's too difficult, or you find an excuse why you'll stop practicing. But actually, being on the plateau and practicing, we've got a program that we're involved with now with Sasha Yuganovsky, who wrote a book called The Laws of Accuracy, and another guy wrote a very beautiful, brilliant book called Mastery. George Leonard was an Aikido instructor, and within that book, he talks about the plateau as the place where you really, if you can stay on it and just enjoy the practice, you'll get through the plateau and you'll make many breakthroughs. So, and Sasha says that when you're going out, for instance, I'm going through the putting program right now, and I'm at 100. I'm at 6 foot, 180 centimeters. Now, when I was at 100, when I was at 5 foot and 5 foot 4 inches and 5 foot 8 inches, I went out and tried to get my 100 in a row from that distance. Well, it was a few days before I got it, but in the process, what I was doing was I was improving my technique, even though I couldn't see it, and then you get a breakthrough. So the plateau is not something to be shied away from, but when you get on that place where you're kind of staying at the same level for a moment, don't get despondent. Actually re-knuckle down and get into it, because that's when you're going to really make a solid foundation for your game. So enjoy the plateau.
Yeah, I remember George Leonard talked a lot about that. You know, just enjoying being on the plateau and just enjoying your practice. But underneath it all, you've got to know what is your why for playing golf, and is it a strong emotional passion you have? So you got to have this strong why you're playing, and the emotion attached to the why that drives the intention, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we all play the game for different reasons. Some it's the challenge of the game. Some of it's because our friends are out there and like to go out, and it's an opportunity to be in the great outdoors. We've got all different reasons for playing golf, but at the bottom line, it's nice to really feel like you can compress that golf ball and hit it where you want to go. So underneath it all is not a need so much, but it'd be a great goal to want to improve your ability to hit the golf ball and score better. So that's important, I think, that you you're there. You've got a reason to play, and it's not just to get a little bit of exercise. It should be maybe to improve your golf game, and that's what we're here to help you with.
What vision do you have for yourself playing golf, confident golf? So I think everything starts with a vision. You've got to have a vision for how do you see yourself playing confident golf. You've got to work out where do you want your game to be in like 5 years, 1 year, or 6 months. You've got to have a vision for those sort of time frames.
Yeah, ideally, if you have a forward plan, it'd be great.
Do you have a clear picture of the way you would like each skill to look?
Exactly, because golf's made up.
Yeah,
of
and do you have a clear picture of the way you would like each skill to look? So perhaps you might just go through your picture for each skill there, Pete.
Right.
Talk about how would you like a putt to look, or how would you like a chip to look?
Right.
As far as your technique and when you're playing, what are you looking for?
Well, Chris, basically, the golf's made up of a number of different components. Certainly, putting is very much a part of the game. They give you 36 putts, 2 putts a hole to make your par. So, if you can improve on your putting, you definitely will improve your score. But also the chip and run around the edge of the green and the pitch shot and the bunker shot, they're very key to keeping your score lower. So knowing the technique, number one, knowing how to build your best technique to build that impact consistency, it's really a very important ability to have and a knowledge to have. So once you've got your knowledge about how to make the swing and build a technique for those different shots, then it's a case of going out and having one, the desire, and two, the willingness to go out there and do it, to do the practice, and having a plan so that you know how to practice each technique so you'll get it better. I think that's important, is to know how to go about your steps on the path to becoming more masterful at the game.
Yeah, very good. So you want to have a vision for that putting, chipping, pitching, bunker play, iron shot, that well struck iron shot and that beautiful drive. So the other thing is, when you go to practice, do you enjoy your practice sessions, and have you got intent when you go to practice? Is there intention behind your practice? What sort of little goal do you want to achieve in that practice session? Rather than just going hitting balls, you've got to have some kind of intention. Let's have a look at what is a golf plan or a process. We talked a little bit about process last week. And if we just go back over the definition of a process, it's a series of actions or events performed to make something or achieve a particular result, or a series of changes that happen naturally. And that would be a process, and we just want to get into enjoying that process. A good plan or process gives confidence at each step.
Okay.
Really, really important. This is that when you have a good plan and you have a process, chipping drill, it's pretty important.
Exactly. Okay. Well, look, the plan, the practice plan, how far apart should you expect to get to build your skill level? For instance, in putting, it's a little, you've got to be a little more precise. So you want to become more skillful in smaller steps as you go back. You just don't drop the ball down on the putting green at 10 or 15 feet from the hole, 3 to 5 meters and just putt them around the green, which you see a lot of people do when they go to, before they start teeing off. They just drop a few balls down. They don't know, and they wonder why their putting doesn't improve. They haven't got a training process that will build, one, the distance control, and two, get confident that where they aim the putter, that the ball's going to go straight. And they also probably lack the ability to learn how to read the green. So when there's a process for learning these things, learning distance control, learning how to read greens, learning how far, when you chip a ball, how far it carries in the air to how far it rolls out on the green, with say a 9-iron, or maybe the difference between landing a 9-iron in a certain spot and landing a 7-iron in the same spot. When you have the plan and you have the understanding and through trial and error, you get to know these things, then you are certainly going to be a lot better prepared when you go out in the golf course and you have that shot in front of you. You'll know what to do because you've practiced it beforehand, and that makes a big difference. What I've got here is I've got a series of targets out here in my backyard, and it's, whereas that umbrella at the other end, it'd be nice to get up here and say, get confident that if I'm going to swing and make a golf swing, my target's the umbrella, that I do hit the umbrella. Now, that one didn't hit the umbrella, went past the umbrella. So you could stay here and try to practice that all day. And what you'd be doing mostly is practicing to miss. But if you had a logical system where you practiced hitting the ball to this target here, this hula hoop, then when I can do this, one, I can do it consistently. When I can do that consistently, I've got the confidence, I'm building the confidence. Well, this time I watch the ball a little longer, so just in a circle. Now, once you could do that, the next target is out there another meter. And then gradually, if you practice at the different distances, oops, watch the ball. I'm going to go to the next target. Now, with practice, watching the ball, and with good technique, with the right training, you can build your competence first, and then with that, you build your confidence. And then when you go out in the golf course, you feel a lot more relaxed, and when you've got those shots in front of you. So the way you practice and the way you train is equally as important to what you do. So that's really what becoming a more competent golfer and having a plan is all about. Is you need to know how to plan your practice before you can plan how you play on the golf course.
Yeah, can you hear me now, Pete?
Got you now, Chris.
Okay, fantastic. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I guess, so number one, it needs a vision. You need to have a strong vision for where you want your whole game to be, and have a goal like 5 year, 1 year, 6 months. You've got to have a vision for each part of the game, which is really important. And also, Pete, just share with us how we can help people here to achieve that vision. What sort of things have you got? What talents and what do you got to offer everyone here that can help themselves achieve their vision?
Well, basically, if you want to play better golf, the first thing you're probably looking for is to be a little more consistent. So in a program we have called Breaking 80, we have a part of the program is devoted to the technique of how to become more consistent. As well, you need to have a lot more confidence in your short game, which I started to show you. As long as you're focusing on hitting the ball, you've got more chance of hitting your target. But working your short game, whether it's your putting, chipping, pitching, or bunker play, you need a system. You need the right technique. You need to have to repeat it to a target. you need to break it down into small enough steps so you can be successful before you move on to the larger steps. So we have a program designed around that. Then once you've got you're more consistent, your short game's improving, your power kind of generates from becoming more solid impact. You can then start to add a little bit more speed, and in your swing you're more relaxed. And right now we're right into what we call the laws of accuracy. So we're helping people build their golf swing by really truly building their technique through drilling, repetition, and then hitting the ball to their target in baby steps. So basically, I think it's really a very powerful program, the one we're doing now, which is called the Laws of Accuracy. And anyone that gets on that program, it's definitely a path to becoming a master in the game. Of course, it requires the decision that you're going to do the practice. So that's the big thing that's required. If you've got the right pathway, the right plan, then it's just a case of doing the play. I don't like to call it work. Let's do the play. Let's practice hitting shots and practice the drills so you can build those skills. And ultimately, you can translate that onto or transfer that to the golf course with lower scores. So that's been our journey, is to develop a program that will allow the student of any level to keep getting better. It's not a big jump. It's a journey, and those that want to be on the path to better golf, that path towards mastery, well, we've got one that's designed to do that for you.
Yeah, I just put up the link, Peter, for the Breaking 80 program. For anyone that's not on the program, you can, if you go to that link that I just put in the chat box, you can see what it's all about. Chuck has asked the question: is the Laws of Accuracy book available? As you have mentioned it many times in videos. Yeah, so currently we're doing the Laws of Accuracy in the Breaking 80 program, and it is available for the actual book is out of production. What can you say about the book, Pete?
There's no more book at this stage, because we're producing a video series with Sasha that lays out the book and a lot more. The book is just it's very, very good little book, but it's out of print, and we're replacing it with the digital platform these days, and filling in with a lot more, so that people that would like to have a go join the Breaking 80 program for 1 month and just see what it's about. I'm sure that you'll realize that it's something you want to stay on and keep with us. But if you don't, you got 1 month. Give it a test drive, and I guarantee you that you will become more accurate over the 4 weeks that you're with us. And we're building the putting, the chipping, the pitching. So this next month the next 4 weeks will be into the pitching. We're doing putting and chipping right now, and pitching. So please join us and have a bit of fun and see how easy it is to be on this path to mastery, and get a plan that'll allow you to continue your progress.
And I think that's why you created this system, because it's a system where you start from putting and you build the whole golf swing around putting and impact, all the way up to a full drive. That's why Peter started the system. Yeah,
it's not. There's been books written. You start with the putting and start from the hole and work backwards. That's what we believe that's the best way to do it. Staying on the driving range and trying to build your full swing without having undercut it with the short stuff first is a lopsided lottery. It's a formula to lose, not a formula to win, because you get to a certain plateau and then you've got to go back and undercut it and get to understand exactly how to build the impact zone with your hands and arms, And that's what we've done now with this program. And it really, it's very exciting because those that are on it are certainly having a good time. And I can see the progress that everyone's making. It's as long as you're there and do the drills, if you're interested in improving, this program will do that for you.
Yeah, so in further answer to your question, Chuck, the Laws of Accuracy program is available for those that are on the Breaking 80 in their little section where the programs are, the membership. And yeah, anyone that wants to join, we'll really look forward to helping you achieve your goal. Thanks, Peter, for a great session. And it's all about the vision. Start with a vision and then with a practice plan as you go along. Anything you want to mention just before we finish up?
No, I think we've covered it fairly well. The deal is that there is a way, there is a process that if you follow the process step by step and baby steps, and you're prepared to invest your time in doing the practice, we know that you'll get better because these steps are so doable. It's so easy to learn once you know how to use your hands and how to use your arms and your body to control this golf club and control the golf ball. And come and enjoy the hit with us. It's a game of a lifetime, so the right time to start enjoying your life in golf is now.
All right, very good. All right, so thanks everyone for joining in.
Can I say so? Can I?
Look forward to seeing
are you letting others speak something? Can I say one word? My video is not working, but I attended one session before the Christmas, and my goodness, honest to God, my chipping improved so much, that I can't believe it. I have to show you that one day. So this is for the information of everyone. This is totally honest opinion of this program I just started few weeks ago. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks very much, Mohan. That's nice to have that endorsement. And okay, thanks, folks. I'm just sorry that our internet has been a bit garbled here today, so I hope the message got through. Thank you. The message got through. Thank you.